Hello YouTube, welcome to my tutorial on how to use my physics golf repository on GitHub. So let's begin. I used to love playing Flash golf games. I remember there was this pirate golf game that I always wanted to finish, but I never did, and I never found it again, and I was sad that I could never finish it. So I suppose in a way, this repository, what I programmed here, is a way of fulfilling that childhood dream of mine. So yeah, you don't need to know how to install and execute that. You can do that on your own. Let's see. Okay, controls. So to putt the ball, you can press the space key. It sends you in the direction of your arrow. You can change the direction of your arrow by pressing the left and right keys. Yeah, changes your direction. And then you can press up and down to change the speed of your putt. Like, that's a very strong putt, now that the arrow is longer. And the final control that you can do is press the G key, press and hold it, to turn on the grid. And you can see your cursor's coordinates as well. But that's not all there is to offer here. There's an entire terminal and editor system, so stay tuned. You can press the 4 key to access the terminal. There's a bunch of commands that I ran. Let's go through them one by one. So, zoomies mode. This is the way of debug movement. This allows you to move really fast everywhere, and it's really nice for just debugging. So I can hold down space, and then I will just head in the direction of my arrow. Fun fact, you can set your speed to 0 and then just stop in place because of how this works. So if you ever want to know how to do that, that's how you do that. The next command is color. This allows you to set the game to a color set that you'd like. All of the color sets are defined in colorsets.py, and you can see the separate names that you can use. Also in the README it tells you the separate color set names that you can use. So let's cycle through them. So we're currently on grayscale. Let's take a look at bubblegum, nice and pink. Let's take a look at Neon City. This one's my favorite. And then Neon Sewers. There we go. So that's all 4 color sets that are currently in the game. Now let's take a look at the grid command. You can turn the grid permanently on or off by typing grid on or grid off. The grid is permanently on here. I'm not holding the G key, and if I press the G key, it'll do nothing. I can turn the grid off, and now the grid is off. I can hold the G key, and once again, the grid is on, and now it's off. Alright, now let's take a look at the editor mode. So, you enter this mode by typing edit or edit on. And here we are in the editor. As of right now, we're in this horrendous level name, but that's just a default level name for when you use the new command. Here's a new level, and it has another horrendous level name. Don't worry, we'll be saving over that name later. And it also shows you the tool that you're currently using, which is the pointer tool, which you get by pressing the V key. Now, the pointer tool doesn't really do anything. However, there is a rect tool. This rect tool allows you to put down rectangles. So you can start putting down a rectangle by clicking on one corner of where you want to put it, and then just moving your mouse to the other corner, and then clicking again. Now, you get this overlay showing you the rect that's going to be placed down, but it's not in its final form yet. What you can do is rotate it by pressing the space key, or you can remove sides by pressing the arrow keys. Now, removing sides may seem like an odd idea, especially when the collision of this game is so broken. I programmed the collision in 2 weeks. It was my first ever time programming collision, so yeah. But what you can do with this is make clean looking rectangles like that. You can use that to draw things, and I'll show you a way that can be used in a second. You can also use it to make one-way gates, like this. So take a look at this. Yeah, one-way gate. Pretty cool, right? So I regret the creation of this. I'm just going to press the U key. I need to be in edit mode. I'm going to press the U key to undo its creation. And that's the basics of the editor mode. Now let's create a level. I'm going to just create some stuff here. I don't know, throw in a one-way gate. I'm feeling a little silly. Alright. I like this level, so I'm going to save it. Oh wait, first, I should add a color to it. So you can also save the color of a level. So I'm going to save it in Neon City. There we go. That's a nice color set. So I can save this level by saying save and then typing its name. So what name do I want to save this as? Like box 2. So now this level is called box 2, and back here you'll see that I have box2.json right here. Box.json was from my first take of this tutorial. Now, you can load these levels too, you can reconstitute them. So let's say I wanted to load box from the last tutorial. That's what our box from last tutorial looked like. Let's load smiley. And this is an example of how to use the clean looking rectangles. These rectangles here are very clean looking and allows you to draw things. And now let's load box 2 again. And we're back. So that's how you use the editor mode. And that's really all there is to this. There's only one more command that I can teach you, and it's quit.